Oh, yeah. That's because our home goes wherever we go.
They're ready to go to school.
That's how we...
Healing orphans go. Walls on Dr. Taylor. Radiation. It will drastically reduce our energy.
Glass walls and a glass ceiling.
Of course. How else are we going to see the stars at night?
You think my room can have glass stairs come up to it?
That's a great idea. I can take the lift. Structurally, you could make that spiral where the weight pushes in toward the middle.
Just don't let it block any light to my studio.
Oh, I like full exposure from you, dear.
Thanks.
You really think we'll build it? When?
You know, temporary. We just need the perfect, and then we can get made.
You can drive. Here's a new thing. And oh, look. You'll love this one, Jeanette. Black Beauty. It's like Uncle Tom's cabin.
Looks around. Isn't a lot around education.
Right.
Do you want to real school?
Real school, huh?
Everyone out! Come on! Look at this. All those juniper and Joshua trees have adapted to survive on only 5 inches of rainfall a year. That Inselberg was over 100 million years ago. Pretty soon the sun's coming down, we'll be watching Orion and Aquarius and Horologium rotate through the night sky. This is as real as it gets, kids. And don't let no dumbass doctor tell you different. You learn from living. Everything else is a damn lie.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
David, here's your drink.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under stars, fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in.
Gosh, things have gone downhill a bit. But my career could really take off.
Don't fence me in.
Children about, children's children, children's children's children, and your children's children's children.
Can't stop talking to someone for 10 hours.
Must be awful ashamed, your old man.
No.
Okay, you guys, it's 8:30. I'm gonna keep trying to record. I had to take a super long break and unload. Is that even the right word? onload, take out all my video footage off of my phone and put it literally onto my computer because I was recording while I folded my laundry and unloaded everything, but my phone kept dying. It kept saying that I had no storage space left on my phone, so I had to take all my video footage off, and that took like 30 minutes. But now we're gonna finish up. We were almost done, so we're gonna finish up, and hopefully I have a little more space left. So let's do that, and then we can end this night because I am so ready to take a shower. I'm exhausted.
Foundation looks pretty good. We're almost ready to start building.
Missed you.
You too. How about that?
On April 16th, 2016, due to 1.0 magnitude earthquake, 50 people were killed and more than 3,000 people. And then, on June 23rd, over half of Great Britain voted to approve Brexit and leave the European Union. Finally, on July 14th, a 19-ton truck driven by a terrorist plowed through a crowded market in Nice, France, killing 86 people and injuring over 400. Of course, not all of Craig's prophecies ended up happening. For instance, he predicted that a gas attack would take place in a European city, but there was no such attack in Europe that year. But the fact that he got 3 out of 4 predictions right led many to believe that his uncanny ability to see the future couldn't have been a mere fluke.
The natural question that people have come from. Where is the so-called psychic getting this information from? The first explanation we go to is that it's some sort of psychosis, but that doesn't really hold up because you can't turn crazy on and off functioning people.
According to Craig, his ability to see events before they happen is one he was born with. Since childhood, he surprised his family with what he called flashes of the future, glimpses of things that hadn't yet come to pass, but often did. And in his early 20s, he decided to make a journey to India, where he ancient oracles.
Tradition that goes back right through time, over many, many centuries, maybe back tens of thousands of years. For me, seeing the future is a bit like a dream experience in many respects. I would use an old technique from India called trakaka, which I look into a candle, basically. You go into a sort of a state of gazing, and then move the image of that candle into the middle of what we call the third eye. And you'll see it as an after image on the back of the eye, where all these appear. I see things I know, things I don't know. It's like the universe knows better than I do. It gave me this information. It's kind of my duty to put it out there.
Criticism and derision. Many believe Nostradamus to be either a fraud or mentally ill, possibly both. Likely due to the fact that one of his verses scandalously foretold of a particularly gory death for Henry II, King of France.
Nostradamus made a prediction about Henry II dying in a jousting accident. Quatrain 35 read that a young lion would face the old in combat. He shall be pierced through a gilded cage, 2 wounds made 1. The joust happened exactly as he foretold it. Both men had gilded visor of the king. One penetrated his forehead into his brain, the other in between his eye and socket, destroying his eye. And he died of infection in the brain 10 days later, an agonizing death.
According to many who have studied these quatrains, the answer is yes. And as evidence, they point to other things he foresaw. Things that a person who lived and died in the 16th century could never know would one day exist.
This happened many times, and people continue to feel that they can learn what's around the next corner by studying these quatrains.
Perhaps part of our fear instinct, isn't it? When we're in difficult, we turn to the seers, we turn to the prophets to try to find out, can they give chaotic times we live in, particularly in today's time.
If it's true that Nostradamus was able to predict so many things with such incredible accuracy, why aren't we scouring his works in order to prevent the next natural catastrophe or world war? Perhaps because, as scholars of Nostradamus have to admit, of the thousands of prophecies he made over the course of his life, only a small fraction have actually come true. And even his seemingly accurate predictions have been questioned.
We kind of have a double problem with Nostradamus in some ways, because some of the predictions are a bit vague and people...
In order to fit history after the fact, depends on who you ask.
What makes Nostradamus so relevant today is that he's found a way through his obscurity to make everybody a soothsayer, a detective. He understood that it would keep him topical for 4.5 centuries.
The enduring mystery of Nostradamus is nothing more than a testament to the power of wishful thinking. But others insist that if you pay closer attention to...
We're super close. She was 8 years older than me, so she was like a second to me for the last time in a weird way. I brought him back, about 12 hours later.
Leading up to the tragic event, many of the 9/11 victims had dreadful premonitions about some sort of deadly catastrophe.
Falling on her. It was the same week that 9/11 happened. There was another story of...
And it typically results from pattern recognition for premonition.
If humans do have...
Was that when the tragedy of 9/11 occurred,
created by machines,
that send ripples through time, both forward in time and backwards in time. And people see this. We see it like a light on the horizon. We see part of it, but not all of it. We get the energy from the future reaching back to us here in the past.
I believe that there is certainly a higher power, an energy, or whatever you want to call it, because I really do feel with every sense of my being that my sister knew and that she was going. I mean, how else can you explain things she said and what she knew?
Could the horrifying attacks of September the 11th have been prevented? Not by law enforcement, but by those who literally saw it happen in advance? There are those who believe that not only is the answer yes, but that the ability to predict the future can be harnessed in an effort to ensure mankind's destiny.
People massed on the hillside digging into it, and he wrote underneath at the end. Also, there was a young girl who told her mom about a dream where she said there was this black...
Scared to death by elevated suspicions? Perhaps. But does the ability to see the future be in our lives a preordained? Or is it possible that by knowing the future we can change and even improve our destiny? Maybe we'll find out the answer by investigating yet another form of prognostication. Dreams. Sebastopol, California, June 25th, 2015. Cognitive neuroscientist Julia Mosby settles into bed after a long day. It's a night's sleep that begins like any other, until she experiences a strange and disturbing dream.
This dream was horrible. I was taken to someplace in the Middle East, I didn't know where. I met this man. He shows up sometimes in my dreams. He's like a guy. There was this outdoor building. It was mosque-like in that it was built out of stone, and there were breezeways. It was in the middle of the day. People are praying.
In the confusing plot of the dream, Julia pieces together an unsettling picture. seems that her guide is desperately trying to warn her of something that is going to happen, something dire.
And he's showing me this event. There was rubble because there was a terrorist explosion when people were praying. And he showed me this writing. It was Arabic. There was letters for I and us. And I knew that stood for Islamic State.
But before she can awaken herself from her nightmare, she realizes he still has one more message to deliver.
He called the place we were in Kyek Kyek. Kept saying Kyek Kyek. And I didn't know what that meant. Since I was a kid, I have had precognitive dreams. Usually they're describing an event that happens the next day, the next week, the next month. So when I woke up, I wrote it in my dream journal because that's my habit. I've never had a precognitive dream of something horrible like that on a major world scale. It shook me. Later in the day, I got the news report of a bombing in Kuwait City, Kuwait. I figured, that was the check. I had it almost right, not quite. This happened during noontime prayer. Responsibility was claimed by ISIS, Islamic State. I felt heartbroken because I saw it happen.
Dreams have long been known to reflect the dreamer's subconscious mind, desires, anxiety, cognitive dreams.
Job for the most part. Second, blood flow goes to the emotional part of the brain. And he starts.
Okay guys, we finally got all the laundry done. Everything's put away. There's all the empty baskets. Those are clothes that we're no longer, well, I was going to say no longer going to use, but we are going to put away because of winter. So they're basically just a bunch of hoodies, but at least they're clean, and then we're going to store them. But yes, finally done. All that stuff are clean blankets in the corner. I just keep them there in case I need them. But we're gonna put the baskets away and then literally call it a night because I am so tired. I'm gonna get in the shower and I am going to sleep. So I hope you guys had a really good, productive Wednesday. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Oh, it's my own damn fault that I've fallen for you.